Good afternoon. Today is the 25th of October. It's sadly another slightly grim day, but I've got some good news, maybe a ray of sunshine for some of you out there. Those of you who've been following my channel for an extremely long time will know that in the early days of when I used to record videos, I released a series about the London Ultra Low Emission Zone and how it affects you. That was one of my first vlog videos in October 2018, and I have done a series of follow-up videos since then. This is the latest in them. It doesn't actually concern the London Ultra Low Emission Zone directly, but it does concern something else, which is affected very much by it. And for once, it's actually good news. So news has come in this week that Sadiq Khan, who is the Mayor of London, is going to provide a £25 million fund for people to scrap their cars and motorbikes that are not compliant with the ultra low emission zone and replace them with ones that are. The amounts of money being offered to people are £1,000 for a motorbike or a moped and £2,000 for a car. Bear in mind that only people in receipt of benefits like disability benefits or universal credit, things like that, are eligible for this. The average person is who doesn't receive benefits is not going to be eligible for this. However, those who are on the lower incomes, a lot of whom do receive benefits, will be eligible for this. Now, there are certain criteria for getting one of these grants under this scrappage scheme, and I'll just go over them quickly now. The ultra low emission zone, of course, is that area that currently covers the London congestion charge and has done for a number of years, but is not operating 24 hours a day. For example, if you go into the London congestion charge zone between the hours of 6 to 7 Monday to Friday, it's quite a small area of central London at the moment, then if you're not in an eligible car, and the electric cars are eligible, for example, for the ridiculous pay congestion charge, then you end up paying about £12 a day between the hours 6 to 7 Monday to Friday. If you go in the weekend, it doesn't matter. However, if you are in a car that is a petrol car generally before 2006 and a diesel car generally before September 2015, there are a lot of exceptions to this actually. Some people just call them Euro 4 petrols and Euro 6 diesels because that is actually correct. Then you don't pay this extra ultra low emission zone charge. If you have a car that doesn't meet the Euro 4 petrol, Euro 6 diesel criteria, then you end up paying £12.50 any day of the week, any time. So that's on top of the congestion charge. And this zone is going to be extended to the boundaries of the North and South Circular from October 2021, so 2 years' time. At the moment, it only covers that small little bit of the central London generally that is also covered by a congestion charge. So I don't know, you pay £25 or something like that if you were to take, say, the Rover that I just sold into that zone 7 to 6 Monday to Friday, or £12.50 at other times. Clearly, this affects a lot of people with older cars, particularly diesels, and yes, it's a bit of a problem at the moment if you can't afford to replace your car. So the criteria for the car that you are looking to scrap under this scheme would be not compliant with the ultra low emission zone, so not a Euro 4 petrol, not a Euro 6 diesel. So generally cars made before about 2006, in some cases before 2002, because believe it or not, there are plenty of cars which are compliant with the Euro 4 emissions regulations that were made from about 2002. Rover K series engines, for example, from 2003, the 4-cylinder versions, many of those are actually compliant with Euro 4 regulations. With the diesels, I don't know about those so much, but I do know about roads because I've plenty of those. So just worth checking on the ultra low emission zone government checker to see if the car's eligible or not. But if it isn't, and you've owned the car for 12 months, it's MOT'd, taxed and insured, then you can trade that car in and get £2,000 towards a new car. Now the £2,000 has to be spent on a car that is compliant, so generally after 2006 for petrol or after 2015 for a diesel. Or if you get a motorbike, of course, you get £1,000. The eligibility criteria for motorbikes are different. I don't know much about them, or much about anyway. So yes, and it is very possible to get a ultra emission zone compliant car for under £2,000. I have sourced many of them, in fact, this year. And the last one I did was in August, which is a Vauxhall Astra H, and it was a very nice one actually. That was under £2,000. It was 2008. Obviously, those aren't suitable for everybody. You might want a different type of car, a larger one. But again, this will, I think, push the prices of cars which are compliant with the ultra low emission zone, so Euro 4 petrols, Euro 6 diesels, up a little bit further, because these non-compliant cars are really heading to the scrap heap. And when that zone becomes larger in 2021, then that'll get even worse. So of course, that's what I do. It's my job. I often find this sort of car for somebody. So if that's something that you wish me to do for you, then by all means get in touch. As I mentioned, it's only people who are in receipt of benefits, who are disabled, who are eligible to have, this allowance. It's not for everyone. I don't have an opinion on whether or not this is the best thing or not. At the moment, I just know it's better than nothing. So I don't. I'm not saying that it's a great thing to have the ultra emission zone or not. I mean, it's fact it's there and we have to deal with it. So that's my opinion. But anyway, I hope you found the video to be informative. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment below. And I will link to the Auto Express article. There was also one on Auto Car. The Auto Express article has more information in it, so I'll link to that in the description below so you can see that. I've got a Facebook page as well. It's facebook.com/Lloyd Vehicle Consulting, and the best way for you to get in touch with me is via my website, which is www.lloydvehicleconsulting.co.uk, and there's a contact tab on the front page there. Thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching.